and welcome to another video to those who are watching. So I am at Queensland's first ever proclaimed national park. This is Mount Tamborine National Park, and the first stop, it's broken into different sections. I'm at the Witcher Falls section of the national park. So I've just started the walking trail here. There's a little bit of weedy stuff cruising around because I'm close to like the township, and the main road's just up there. But I'm going to be descending, by the looks of things, down this nice path, and excellent views are going to be had by the look of things, which is something to very much look forward to. And hopefully as I get deeper into the national park, the weeds and stuff drop off and it's a lot more natural vegetation. So hopefully I see some awesome animals. I was going to say birds, but birds, reptiles, mammals, anything really I'm keen on. But yeah, that's where I'm at this morning. So I'm going to hit up, there's 4 or 5 different sections, do a few of the walking trails. It's 10:20 at the moment, so I've rocked up a little bit late, but otherwise I think it's going to be excellent either way. Well, look at that, beautiful. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully I enjoy myself as well, as always. But thank you very much for being here. Appreciate you wanting to check out some new videos and see what I'm getting up to. Without further ado, let's get into it. Wow, so as you've so far seen, the Witcher's Falls circuit is super immersive. It is incredible in here. Totally in awe. I haven't seen too much in the way of birds. I heard and then saw a male whipbird. I heard him calling to his female, or a female. But yeah, this is incredible. Sort of zigzagged down the hill a little bit and was more eucalypt forest, and then I've just broken in and been walking through for a couple of kilometers, or probably a kilometer and a bit, of this just beautiful rainforest. So immersive, and I'm just so dwarfed by these trees all just closing over. Oh golly, look what I've just stumbled across. I saw them on the signs and I was really hoping I'd see one. Look at the size of that. That's my hand. This is a giant earthworm. Oh my gosh, it's right in the middle of the path, so I am going to handle it and get it off the path and hopefully see it. Ugh, because I don't want it to get hurt. But oh wow, look at the size of that earthworm. Ooh, feels so weird. It feels like a normal worm, but it's massive. So ooh, wow, I don't have any other words. Wow and ew, and oh, it's like a normal worm. I think now it's playing dead, but I'll get it off into some moisture soil. Probably the way it was going. I don't know if it's like a turtle. You can keep going back to the same side. There you go. We'll get a bit of look. Absolutely incredible. Oh my god. No one else is around, but either way, the size of this thing is incredible. Oh, it's almost basically is the thickness of my fingers, just a bit less, especially down this end. Wow. Oh. So yeah, giant earthworm. I'll have to get, I don't know, some facts up, scientific name and all that kind of thing. But apparently they can get up to 1 meter in length. On the signs at the front of the walkway, it said, yeah, keep a lookout for them. You might hear their gurgling sounds in the soil as you're walking around, which is crazy. But oh, to run across one, walk across one, come across one, wow. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, probably stressed it out a bit too much with all the handling, but I hopefully helped it out because it was right in the middle of the path. We'll let it do its own thing. I honestly thought it was like a massive blind snake or a snake to start with, but just an earthworm. But they breed them big out here. Holy dooly. Incredible. Currently walking down the Jola section of the Tamborine National Park. Now it's far better already in this little section. There was an enormous amount of people, really loud people, heaps of people coming down the main section. This is also where the Curtis Cedar Creek, I think, and Curtis Falls. So a lot of people, I think, were just wanting to go to look at the waterfall. And then this is a far less used track. This is a 1.6 kilometer circuit around the little bit of forest here. So I think it's going to be a lot more quiet. It already is, and I can hear a lot more birds, but I was really doubtful that I would see anything with just the traffic, amount of people, foot traffic, and the noise that everyone was producing. It was insane. Lots and lots of kids and large groups, stuff like that. But anyway, we're now here. Excellent section of rainforest. So as mentioned, 1.6 k's of this, just cruising through. It's a lot easier through here. It's got some sort of, undulated track and that kind of thing. But the biggest issue with the one I was at before was that the Witches Falls, that was, just steep as hill, and that took a lot out of me. That was a bit of a trek down and up that hill, but it was beautiful either way. So it is a perfect day for it because it's, I think, about 24 degrees. It's overcast, so there is not a lot of heat penetration coming through. It's a little bit humid. Should probably expect in a forest this time of year. But yeah, excellent day for it. I can go for these nice long walks and not get just exhausted because of the heat. So I saw just before as well, didn't get much footage or any footage of the brown cuckoo doves which were cruising around. I can hear a few other birds getting around, but I don't know what they are. So we'll keep a lookout, record anything I find as always, but otherwise just enjoy the views. is the knoll section of the Tamborine Mountain National Park. There you go. So a bit more sort of open, bit more eucalypty, still some palms getting around, but yeah, a bit less tropical, subtropical forest than the other sections. So where did I just come from? Can't remember how to, Jolan, something like that. Either way, that's the one I was just at before. That was really nice. The little circuit walk was beautiful. It was excellent because it was quite quiet. There was a few birds getting around, and yeah, nice little creek crossing. You had to stumble across the rocks to cross one of the creek crossings, which was really beautiful. Around Curtis Falls, that was where it was really lacking. It was a beautiful waterfall, and I got a bit of footage of it, but there was so many people there, and of the people there, it was sort of the worst. A lot of other words going through my head, but the yeah, the mid to the low lives of society. So the ones who think they're above everything else, the people who looked at the signs that said no swimming, this is platypus and glowworm habitat, went up into the waterfall for a swim and to play under the waterfall, and it says, yeah, unauthorized access, no swimming. People had dogs down there, and there's big signs saying no dogs. So really disappointing in the type of person that was there, and I'm disappointed that I didn't say anything. I can't really complain too much because I didn't tell them that they were doing the wrong thing, but in another world it's not, yeah, I could go on with this dilemma for ages, but I should have, I could have, but I didn't, unfortunately. So they should know better, but also yeah, the standard that you walk past is the standard you accept. So unfortunately, yeah, it's sort of, I just let it happen when I should have said something. Not that it might have changed something, might not have, but anyway, we'll stop dwelling on that. This is beautiful. Might be able to hear some little birds chirping around, but excellent walk. This is the 3rd out of 5 sections of the park. I think this will be the last, or I'll go do another quick one on the way out. So it's 2:30 now. I probably could keep going, but I've walked quite a bit of already, 7 Ks already, which is obviously not a huge amount, but going up and down the hills and the uneven trails and that kind of stuff, it has had, yeah, a bit more of an effect. It is absolutely beautiful. The last one I might do is, I think it was Palm Grove. That sounded quite nice. Oh wait, no, that was the big one. What was the other one? Cedar Creek that I might do. But I'm at the knoll section now doing the Sandy Creek walk. Alrighty, so look at this, just off to the path is a bowerbird bower, which I've shown on the channel before. I've shown a great bowerbird bower, which is a white and silver colour collector. But here we have a lot of blue, and unfortunately it doesn't look like there's any natural blues, but there's a lot of blue objects nonetheless. And this is from a satin bowerbird. Look at that, beautiful. Not as big and dense as ones I've seen, but to see someone collecting different colours, that is wicked. So there you go. I don't know if he's around, but yeah, it looks sort of half like it's fallen apart a little bit. Another male could have been picking it apart, or it's just, yeah, started to fall apart because he hasn't used it recently. Doesn't look incredibly neat and tidy. So yeah, it might be a bit disused, or has been used and just picked another spot. But there you go. Very cool. Woof. And yeah, for those who don't know or forgot from last time, that is not the nest or anything. That's just a little, yeah, I suppose there's no way of putting it without being weird, but it's a little sort of sex palace he makes, for lack of better words. So he builds that, as you saw, it was a little U shape. He puts a couple objects around it, and yeah, female's supposed to come along. She goes, oh, this is a lot of cool blue stuff, and then he does a little dance around, and yeah, if she's keen, she goes in his little sex palace and they sex. So there you go. Or mate, I suppose is the correct word for that. But either way, they touch butts, and yeah, then they go to the nest, and that's where she'll lay the eggs. So there you go. All right, leaving Mount Tamborine now. I've decided to call it a day. It's about 3:30, so I missed out on excuse me, missed out on a couple of the walks, but I just got to the end of that walk there, climbing back up the hill. And if I push myself to do the rest, I might see some really cool stuff, but I might not enjoy it as much as I can. I'm pretty tired after those hills. I've seen some awesome stuff today though. The earthworm was fantastic, massive earthworm. Otherwise, just the natural landscapes and habitat types that I've seen today has been great. It is, yeah, it's nice to go out and change it up a bit. Moving down from Cairns and now seeing a completely different scape, and it's a whole different kettle of fish in terms of wildlife and habitats and all that kind of stuff, which has been fantastic so far, and I've only been out a couple of times. So thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate if you've watched this far. I appreciate anything really. It's cool to share these adventures with friends, family, and anyone else who wishes to watch, which does look like a couple of people at least. So again, do what you love, try and get out there and have some fun, or yeah, if your fun is not going out, then do that as well. Yeah, life's too short really. I'm developing further and further that mentality that yeah, if you do what other people want for you and not live for yourself, then you're really not really then you're not really living, are you? Golly me, got it out there in the end. But yeah, once again, thank you. Enjoy life, get out there, have a good one. Cheers for being here. See you guys.